1 2. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1
un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar. Es un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar. Ya no hay sentido de este olvido si todo está definido. Debo llevarlo hasta el delirio, el destino guiará el camino y sin residuo el individuo deje con su propio hilo. Mejor jubilo el sonido que ha crecido en el olvido, llevando el ritmo a este sismo. En el cerebro solo hay visión, solo impedimento. Lleva el mito del amor, ese sitio sin dolor. Lidero el sitio del detonador, atacando el candor, arrasando con ardor. Así con amor hay dolor. Es un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar. Amada mía, que has mi vida, la columna de mi día a día. Aguantando mis caídas, inventando así mis risas. Tú me llenas, tú me elevas, tú me quieres. Me dejas, te quejas, te alejas, me mantienes entre rejas. Y me encanta, eres mi diabla y mi santa, la virgen la que espanta. Y por eso te adoro tanto, eres mi risa, eres mi llanto. Y entre tanto te amo tanto, llevas la pasión adentro, el fuego lento, intenso. Y en el proceso yo me pierdo, tanto sentimiento denso. En el cielo por tu propio peso. Es un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar. Es un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar. Es un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar. Es un simple respirar, es el poder limitar lo que hay dentro del actuar, sin sentido y explotar.
text it to? I can, but only faintly. I can, but only faintly. I can, but only faintly. Oh, that's better. I've got what? No, I don't know if that was on the right one. No, you're getting fainter again. Oh, that's better. No, you're getting fainter. No, right, faint is better. Better. No, the computer speakers are off. I've got a burst from it. Television screens. I'm not on. I'm not on the screen. No, the television one has changed. Molly sat on the remote. Right, good evening everyone. Sorry about the little bit of a a mix-up at the beginning where I came on and then I went off, and that was because Molly sat on the remote and changed the screen so I couldn't see myself, and it was asking me to choose a channel like BBC 1, 2, 3, etc. So just had to suddenly come down, and the techie had to come down and change it and get it right again. So Molly, just sit there and behave yourself, please, otherwise you'll wreck everything. Anyway, a very good evening to you all. I hope you're not all suffering too much from thunder and lightning. There was some crazy lightning last night just before I went to bed. It was, wow, really lit up the skies. We've had thunder this evening, so there may be some problems with your internet. So you be prepared for things to go wrong. Well, with Molly being around anyway. Evening, Guinness. But I hope you're well otherwise. I know it was pouring with rain earlier. At least David the techie hasn't had to water the flowers, because I don't water the flowers. I've got a very shiny face. Should have done something about that before I came on air. Anyway, so what's been happening? Well, the main thing, grumble, is that we still haven't got any hot water. Molly, stay away. Stay. Thank you. We still haven't got any hot water. It's a fortnight now. As they ordered a new boiler last Friday, which was through that boxed. Hi, Gail. They you see advertised, and on the recommendation of the plumber who couldn't do it himself, and ordered it on Friday, due to be fitted on Monday. Then I got a message to say that the chap who was supposed to be fitting it had broken his hand fitting a boiler last Friday. So then got another email to say that there would be a new person to do it on Tuesday. So I thought, okay, we can live with that for another day. So he arrived yesterday on time, early, 8 o'clock. Oh, flipping heck. And he turned up and was very efficient, did everything, sorted it all, turned off the water, turned on the water, didn't eat many biscuits, which pleased David no end. And about 1:30 and 2 o'clock, he said he'd be about another hour. Because he'd had to do all sorts of welding and fitting and taking out the old boiler, putting in the new one. Hi, Debbie. Set the smoke alarm off for a while because of the welding he was doing, so that was annoying, but there's nothing you could do about it. I couldn't turn it off because I couldn't reach it anyway, and as soon as you turned it off it would start again because of him still doing the welding, but eventually it went off. Anyway, thought he was going to be finished by about 2:30, and it went on and he was on the phone, and it turned out there was a problem with the boiler. So he was trying to sort out what was wrong with the boiler, got in touch with Worcester Bosch, who make the boiler, and he said he'd never had any problems like that with it before. It just wouldn't start, wouldn't light. So he said they'll be in touch with you. He said hopefully this afternoon. This was yesterday. Didn't hear from anyone, so I sent a snotty email, I'm afraid, to Boxed, and said, how come I haven't heard from anyone? This is, fairly urgent. I've paid you my money, so I want my boiler, thank you very much. Or our boiler, I should say. And got a phone call at 9:15 this morning saying, very sorry about that. Should have been somebody got in touch with you. Worcester Bosch will be sending someone out. They'll get in touch with you. So Worcester Bosch phoned up, and this, what can I say? A brusque young lady, brusque I think is the word, who said that they would come out tomorrow. I said, we haven't had any hot water for a fortnight. And she said, oh, well, they're trying to fit them in. Grumble. Anyway, so they're supposed to be coming out tomorrow. She said they'll give you a 3-hour time slot in which they'll arrive. That could be any time between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. So theoretically, if they're going to give me a 3-hour time slot that maybe starts at 7 o'clock, she said they'll text you half an hour before they arrive. So I could be getting a text message at 6:30 in the morning. I don't think I will. I hope. Touch wood. And hopefully we'll have it sorted tomorrow. She said they also had to order a part, which means that they've had this happen before. So they should have got that sorted. So, I shall keep an eye on that. But I'm just hoping that I'll be able to have a proper shower, if not tomorrow, Friday, rather than using the inner bucket from a pedal bin, which is what I've been using for the last fortnight, with a kettle full of hot water in it, and a plastic jug, which I use to pour over my head. Eileen and Martin, there's an art to it. And it's not a completely enjoyable experience, I have to say. I just get out of the shower after and I think, oh, thank goodness that's over. So I am really hoping that it'll be fixed tomorrow, because I'm just not enjoying not being able to have a nice hot shower. And no hot water anyway for anything else. So it's not as if you can, even if you think, oh, well, I'll have a proper wash. You've still got to boil the kettle and take it upstairs, and oh dear. So that's the main news, really. Hoping to have the boiler fitted or sorted tomorrow. What else have we got? All my ironing is finished, or was, until there were 2 more bits had to be done. I would like to say I did it, but I didn't. I found someone who likes ironing. Oh, bliss, bliss. I know I shouldn't. But hello, Zoomers. So I've got somebody who likes ironing, who's done my ironing for me. Oh, dear me, I hadn't realised quite how much it was. It was an awful lot. And what else? Oh, going to the theatre next Monday to see The Shawshank Redemption in Derby Theatre. That should be good. It was on a special offer, thank goodness, because the price of the tickets, whoa, flipping heck. Whew, that's a cost of living crisis, definitely. Anyway, we're coming up to 8 o'clock, so I'll get on with the quiz. I think the puzzle answers, there was only one puzzle, wasn't there? Oh, Molly's settling. All right, there were 3. They've all been shown. Right, Molly has settled down, thank goodness. You keep away from the remote and the keyboard. And I'll just go through what the rounds are. Round 1 is just trivia. Round 2 is television now and then. Round 3 is food and drink, so I know someone who won't be happy with that. Round 4 is the picture round, the techies round, and that's the human skeleton. Skeleton. And round 5 is there's one connection and a few questions on the news. I don't think you'll find at least some of the news questions that difficult. I really don't. Right, so for some reason question 1 isn't showing on round 1, but if you are all ready, round 1 is on trivia. Question 1, in which country is the battlefield of Waterloo situated? In which country is the battlefield of Waterloo situated? Question 2. If a male foal is a colt, what word is used for a female foal? Foal is the generic term, but a male foal is a colt. What is a female foal called? Question 3. Where did a peasant girl called Bernadette claim to have seen a vision of the Virgin Mary in the 19th century? Where did a peasant girl called Bernadette claim to have seen a vision of the Virgin Mary in the 19th century? And creating a new tourist venue. No, pilgrimage centre. Of course, not tourist. Question 4. Trinity House is the official authority for what major navigational aids in England and Wales? Trinity House is the official authority for what major navigational aids in England and Wales? Question 5. Which country has sovereignty over the Galapagos Islands? Which country has sovereignty over the Galapagos Islands? Question 6. According to the NHS, which is the most common blood group in the UK? According to the NHS, which is the most common blood group in the UK? Question 7. The title of whose autobiography, published in 1925, translates into English as My Struggle? The title of whose autobiography, published in 1925, translates into English as My Struggle? Question 8. If you bit into a green Williams, what would you be eating? If you bit into a green Williams, what would you be eating? Question 9. Which children's classic begins with the line, all children except one grow up? Which children's classic begins with the line, all children except one grow up? And question 10. What viral infection, which mostly affects young adults, is often known as the kissing disease? What viral infection, which mostly affects young adults, is often known as the kissing disease? Now, there are your 10 questions. Let me know if you need any repeating. I'll have a sip of my Sauvignon Blanc, Lay of the Land. Ooh, that's nice. Nice and dry. Unlike the Sauvignon Blanc they have in the local. It's like sugar water. Yeah. Okay, any repeats? Can you go to the local swimming pool for a shower? Oh, when are you going to see Shawshank, Debbie? We're going on Monday. That's when the special offer was on. 2 for 1. Because otherwise it was expensive. Oh. Oh, you're going on Saturday. Okay. We go on Monday. Right, no repeats then. In which case we'll go to the answers. Question 1. The Battle of Waterloo is, the battlefield of Waterloo is situated in Belgium. Question 2. A male foal is a colt, a female foal is a filly. Question 3. Bernadette claimed to have seen a vision of the Virgin Mary in Lourdes. Question 4. Trinity House is the official authority for lighthouses and other navigational aids, but that's why I put in major navigational aids. It also is the official authority for buoys and other floating things. Question 5. The Galapagos Islands are under Ecuador. Excuse me, the frog in my throat. Question 6. According to the NHS, O is the most common blood group in the UK. Question 7. My Struggle is the English translation of Mein Kampf, Adolf Hitler's autobiography. So Adolf Hitler was the answer. Question 8. A Green Williams is a type of pear. Question 9. All children except one grow up is the opening line of Peter Pan. And question 10. The kissing disease, mostly affecting young adults, is glandular fever. Often get outbreaks of it in universities and sometimes in sixth forms. Okay, how did you do on round 1? Wasn't too bad a round, I don't think. What sort of scores have we got? $10 for Glynnis, well done. Well done. 9. I've had number 10, not nice. I haven't, so. Linda Martin, 8. It's good. Any other scores? We're down on down on teams this week because Sarah's away with how many of them were going away? Is it 16, something like that? Off to Ayia Napa. Yeah. And I think we have Joe and Peter back next week. Oh, changes in the teams. Okay. Right, on to round 2, which is television, now and then. So past and present. If you are ready, question 1. Who plays D.I. Jimmy Perez in the TV series Shetland? Who plays D.I. Jimmy Perez in the TV series Shetland? Question 2. Who connects Line of Duty and the new police series Ridley? That's the name of the actor. Who connects Line of Duty and the new police series Ridley? Question 3. Who plays the title role in the ITV series Doc Martin, which I think is on its last series now, isn't it? Who plays the title role in the ITV series Doc Martin? Apparently the place where it's filmed, the people who live there won't be that unhappy. Question 4. Who connects Bergerac and Midsummer Murders? Who connects Bergerac and Midsummer Murders? Question 5. On which channel, which went online and then returned to linear this year, did the hit comedy Gavin and Stacey first air? On which channel, which went online, then returned to linear this year, did the hit comedy Gavin and Stacey first air? Question 6. Oh, this will take some of you back. Sorry about this, Steph. Who played Robin Hood in the classic 1950s series The Adventures of Robin Hood? Who played Robin Hood in the classic 1950s series The Adventures of Robin Hood? Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Cheered by the band. No, that's the wrong way round. Never mind, I've gone to question 7. Which US series featured a theme tune which was turned into the chart hit Suicide is Painless? Which US series featured a theme tune which was turned into the chart hit Suicide is Painless? Question 8, I used to love this. Which series starring Judi Dench and Geoffrey Palmer followed the long-running romance of Jean and Lionel? No, you can't sit there. Don't be silly. Go on. Which series? Just walk around in a circle. You can't sit there. Go on. Shoo. Move. There. Which series starring Judi Dench and Geoffrey Palmer followed the long-running romance of Jean and Lionel? Question 9, another one that'll take you back. What was the name of the character played by Gerald Harper in a series that took a satirical look at life in the 1960s through the eyes of an Edwardian adventurer? I have a vague recollection of it. What was the name of the character played by Gerald Harper in a series that took a satirical look at life in the 1960s through the eyes of an Edwardian adventurer? It was an unusual series, that, if I remember rightly. And question 10, with whom did Teddy and Looby-Loo share a basket? With whom did Teddy and Looby-Loo share a basket? Look at that, Molly. Got all silly stuff on me now. Can't get rid of it. Well, that was a message from Molly. Never mind. Right. Okay, does anybody want any questions repeating? You'll have to interpret that message from Molly as you wish. No repeats. Okay. Oh, fairly whizzing through these again this week. Right, the answers to Television Now and Then. Question 1, Jimmy Perez is played by Douglas or Dougie Henshall. Question 2, the connection between Line of Duty and Ridley is Adrian Dunbar, who plays a major role in both. Question 3, Doc Martin is played by Martin Clunes. Question 4, Bergerac and Midsummer Murders are connected by John Nettles. Question 5, Gavin and Stacey first aired on BBC Three. Question 6, Robin Hood was played by Richard Green. Excuse me. Question 7, Suicide is Painless was the theme tune to MASH. Question 8, Judi Dench and Geoffrey Palmer starred in As Time Goes By. Question 9, Gerald Harper played Adam Adamant. And question 10, Teddy and Looby Loo shared a basket with Andy Pandy. I never liked Andy Pandy. Just couldn't sort of connect to him. Couldn't connect. Not that keen. Right, how did you do on that round? Techie says he was an argumentative little bugger anyway. 9 from Lynn and Martin, 10 from Glynis again. Oh, Glyn, you're having a rock and roll round night tonight. Debbie 8. I loved Adam Adamant. Yeah, it was a clever series, if I remember rightly. Okay, right, we're on to round 3, food and drink. See how you get on with this round. Then we'll have the usual break with Find a Word. And we're going to give out points tonight on various puzzles. Right, round 3, food and drink. Question 1. What 2 words are combined to form the word brunch? What 2 words are combined to form the word brunch? Nobody on Twitter, apparently. Question 2. At what time of year would simnel cake normally be eaten? At what time of year would simnel cake normally be eaten? Question 3. According to popular belief, which cut of beef is supposed to get its name because it was knighted? According to popular belief, which cut of beef is supposed to get its name because it was knighted? Question 4. What is, you'll gather from the way I've written it that I'm not particularly keen on this. What is another name for the white, wobbly, bland product made from cooked soya beans and sometimes called bean curd? What is another name for the white, wobbly, bland product made from cooked soya beans and sometimes called bean curd? Sounds really nice, doesn't it? Question 5. Rum is made from what plant or its byproducts? Rum is made from what plant or its byproducts? Question 6. With how many fish did Jesus feed the 5,000? With how many fish did Jesus feed the 5,000? Question 7. The towns of Reims and Épernay in France are the centres of which French wine-producing region? The towns of Reims and Épernay in France are the centres of which French wine-producing region? Didn't read, I could have said just either Reims and Épernay are the centres of which French wine producing region, or the towns of Reims and Epernay in France are the centres of which wine producing region. Didn't have to have France and French, right? Overkill, overkill. Question 8. In which country did Pilsner beer originate? In which country did Pilsner beer originate? And I'll accept one of 3 possible answers. Not 3 possible countries, 3 possible answers. Question 9. What term is used to designate food regarded as permissible according to Islamic law? What term is used to designate food regarded as permissible according to Islamic law? And question 10. What fortified wine is produced exclusively in the Douro Valley in northern Portugal? What fortified wine is produced exclusively in the Douro Valley in northern Portugal? Just all talking of food and drink. Although the engineer didn't eat all the biscuits yesterday, I think David might have since. So there'll be none for the engineer tomorrow. Unless David's got any left, which is unlikely. Yeah, just heard a voice in my head which said they're all gone. Right. Okay. Right. Yes, because the engineer yesterday only ate 1 of all the biscuits. There were only 7 of them. So David decided to go for the expensive ones from Marks and Spencer. You only get 7 in a packet. Oh, flipping heck. Right. Anybody want any questions repeating? Well, I always get an itchy nose on a Wednesday evening. Weird. Okay, let's go through the answers then, if there are no repeats. Question 1. Brunch is formed from the words breakfast and lunch. Question 2. You would normally eat simnel cake round about Easter. Question 3. The cut of beef supposed to have been knighted is sirloin, although it actually comes from the Old French sur l'ange, meaning above the loin. There you go, learn something every day. Question 4, the white wobbly bland product is tofu. Oh, oh, things have gone a little wrong. Anyway, the answer to number 4 is tofu. Number 5, the rum is made from sugar cane. Question 6. Jesus fed the 5,000 with 2 fish, or Augusta, state capital of Maine. That's 2 fish. I can never remember. It's 2 fish and 5 loaves. 5 fish, 2 loaves. I don't believe it anyway. Question 7. Reims and Epernay are in the Champagne area of France. Question 8. Pilsner beer originated in Czechia, as it is now, or the Czech Republic, or Czechoslovakia. I suppose originally it would have been Czechoslovakia, wouldn't it? Question 9. Food regarded as permissible according to Islamic law is halal. And question 10. The fortified wine produced exclusively in the Douro Valley is port. I like port, especially at Christmas. It's about one of the few good things I like about Christmas. Port and a bit of Stilton. Nice, nice. Right, we're on to the break. I'll put that away. and first what? Oh, scores, sorry, yes. Scores. Lynn 9, Lynn and Martin 9, Debbie 9, Glynis 9. Oh, very consistent. Okay. Right, we're on to, are we going straight to find a word or is it puzzles? Find a word, right. Okay, you know how it works. I'm going to give a timer now instead of just letting it run. So it should be 90 seconds. Find the longest word that you can. Whoever comes up with the longest word in the shortest time gets a point. Not sure what you do with that point, but you've got a point. Okay, so if you are ready, we'll have the first find a word. Oh, there it is. Right, consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant, oh dear, consonant, consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant, consonant. Ooh, ooh, 3 T's. Huge spider just scuttled under Derek's chair. Help! What do you want me to do from here? Get Derek to get it, put it outside, put it out in the rain. Incy Wincy spider. It's more scared of you than you are of it, Glyn, believe me. Or get a cat quickly. Not that Molly ever catches them, but she likes to look at them or watch them. Concentrate on the words and you'll soon forget about it. Portion from Lynn, 7 letters. Okay, so Lynn's the first in, so she gets a point. Anybody got anything longer to get a point as well? Oh no, you can't have portion because there's no I. That's a little T, not an I. Totter. Yes, totter. So I'm afraid you get the point, Glyn. Well, not afraid, but you get totter. Could you have tatter? Somebody, yes, tatter. I think it'd be a person who tats. Patter, potter. Now, three is a T in lower case. Okay, right, that's the timer up. So, Glynis, you got the point. But we'll allow Lynn, you can keep your point because it does look like an I. Portent. Oh, right. That's longer again than totter. So there's your point for that. Well done. Okay, on to the next one. Consonant. Vowel. Vowel. Ooh, consonant. Consonant. Vowel. Consonant. consonant, vowel. I think there's a 9 in there, isn't there? There's a 9. Yeah. I've got the 9, but I won't shout it out. Abandon from Debbie and Lynn. Sorry, Lynn was in before Debbie. So Lynn, you get the point. I think that's the first time we've ever had a 9, isn't it? Yeah, Lynn has got it as well. Nobody else? No point going for anything else, is there? Because if everyone's got the longest word you can get. Okay, so we'll go for another one, a third go. Start with a vowel. Consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant. Oh, what? Consonant. I think everyone will get a point for genuinely just random. Just random. Wow. Well, there you go. Anybody got the word? Right, I think we'll have another one. Everyone gets a point for that. Debbie didn't get it, no. Okay, we'll come back to you, Debbie. Start with a vowel again. Consonant, consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant, 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 vowel. Ooh. Well, I've got a 7. Agent from Glynnis, that's a 5. Anybody, anything else? I've got a 7, but I'm not saying it just yet. Gentle, oh, so we're on to a 6. Yeah. I can say genteel, but you can't, can you? You ain't got enough E's. Well, I got elegant. Which is a 7. Elegant, just like me. Nope, Glynis has got elegant. Can't see anything bigger than elegant. Tangle from Debbie, yeah, tangle. Gullet. Yep, I think that's about the lot. Okay, and we'll have one more. Yep, okay. Consonant. Consonant. Vowel. Vowel. Consonant. 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 Vowel. And a consonant. A taily bob. Taily tob. Nail, tail, toil, boil, get lots of 4-letter ones, bloat, 5, lint, taint. Don't think I can get more than a 5. Nothing from anyone else? Glinty, glinty. Nope, I think that's a lot. Nothing very exciting coming from there. Right, okay, in which case we'll move on to the second part of the quiz. And to round 4, which is the picture round, the human skeleton. And basically it explains on screen what it is, where you'll get a picture of a part of the human skeleton and a choice of what the bone could be. So it's a section of the human skeleton, 4 or 5 bone parts associated with that section. One of the bone parts is wrong and not associated with that section of the skeleton. You need to identify the wrong name. So which one, basically it's the odd one out, isn't it? It's the one that's wrong for describing that particular part of the body. So, if we make a start, which bone does not belong here? That's a hard one. Okay, repeat all the questions. Be looking for the wrong one, the odd one out. And there we go, that's all 10 questions. I'm assuming that nobody wants any repeats, but if you do, just give you a minute or two to say whether you do. Some were straightforward, some weren't. No? Okay. Right, the answers then to round 4, the picture round. Question 1, the odd one out is the scapula, which is the shoulder bone. All the others were to do with the skull. Question 2, the odd one out is the fibula, which is in the lower leg and not the spine. Question 3, the odd one out is the acromion or acromion, which is in the shoulder. All the others are in the hand. Question 4, the odd one out is the tarsals, which are in the foot. Question 5, the odd one out is the sternum, which is in the breast, the chest bone. Question 6, the odd one out is the sacrum, which is the hip. Question 7, the odd one out, is the 13th rib, which doesn't exist. Question 8, the odd one out, is the occipital bone, which is in the skull around the eye area. Question 9, the odd one out, is the trapezium, which is in the hand rather than the neck. And question 10, the odd one out, is girth, which doesn't exist. Certainly not as a bone. So how did you do? You may have got 1 or 2 10s there. Martin Lynn 10, Debbie 10. Well done. Glenn. No, gone away. Given up. Attention taken by something else. Still looking at the spider. 7. Thought you might have naught. No. Don't get naught. Okay. Right, so we're on to the final round. Have you found the spider yet, Glenn? Still there watching you. He's probably answering half the questions. Okay, on to the final round, connection and the news. So if you are ready, question 1. The first 5 questions are the connection questions. Which woman was co-host of the BBC's Ground Force alongside Alan Titchmarsh and Tommy Walsh? Which woman was co-host of the BBC's Ground Force alongside Alan Titchmarsh and Tommy Walsh? Question 2. In which country would you find the cities of Jodhpur and Amritsar? It should be Amritsar, not Amritsar, isn't it? In which country would you find the cities of Jodhpur and Amritsar? And Amritsar. I think you spelled Jodhpur wrong as well. Question 3. The name of which mountain range connects both Andalusia in Spain and California? The name of which mountain range connects both Andalusia in Spain and California? Question 4. Which group formed from Genesis went on to have a top 10 hit with The Living Years in 1989? Which group formed from Genesis went on to have a top 10 hit with The Living Years in 1989? In the living years. And question 5. Cetaweo Kampande was the king of which nation which famously beat the British in the Battle of Isandlwana? Cetaweo Kampande was the king of which nation which famously beat the British in the Battle of Isandlwana? And question 6. What is the connection between the previous 5 answers? Question 7. I had to put this in for the news. Question 7. Who has been chosen as Prime Minister of the UK? Who has been chosen as Prime Minister of the UK? Question 8. Where unusually did the invitation to form a government take place? Where unusually did the invitation to form a government take place? Question 9. What is the name of the NASA moon rocket which has so far failed to take off? What is the name of the NASA moon rocket which has so far failed to take off? Someone I know has already said that it's a conspiracy. And question 10. Which Premier League team had its 100% start to the season spoiled by Man United on Sunday? Which Premier League team had its 100% start to the season spoiled by Man United on Sunday? You better call Rob, Debbie. And there's your final 10 questions. Let me know if you want any repeating. No repeats? No? Okay. Right, in which case we'll go through the answers. Question 1, the co-host with Alan Titchmarsh and Tommy Walsh was Charlie Dimmock. Question 2, Jodhpur and Amritsar are in India. Question 3, the mountain range connecting Andalusia and California is the Sierra Nevada. Question 4, the group formed from Genesis was Mike and the Mechanics. Question 5, Chetaweo Kampande was the king of the Zulu nation. And question 6, what was the connection? It was the phonetic alphabet or NATO alphabet call signed, anything like that. So you've got Charlie, India, Sierra, Mike and Zulu. Question 7, the new Prime Minister of the UK is Liz Truss. Question 8, the invitation to form a government unusually took place in Balmoral. And the Queen obviously wore herself out, saying goodbye to Boris and hello to Liz. Question 9, the NASA moon rocket is Artemis 1 or just Artemis. And question 10, the Premier League Premier League team which had its 100% start of the season spoiled was Arsenal. So how did you do on that round? And how did you do overall? I think should have some quite reasonable scores tonight. Thought it was going to be quite a hard one, but I don't think it was as hard as I thought it might be. Lina Martin 10, 46. Good score, good score. Glynis 8 and a total of 44, another good score. A total of 44, tying with Glynis. So it looks like Lynn and Martin carry off the honours tonight. You get a point. So I don't know what we're going to do with these points, but you can keep adding them up. Okay. Right, just very quickly, there is a quiz next week, and then we'll be off for 2 weeks. Back on October the 5th, but I'll remind you of that next week. I think it's October the 5th, something like that. So we will be here next week. Hope to see you next week, and with a few more additions as well. I think Sarah will be back, and Joe and Peter will be back. Sorry, Bob will be back on the Zoomer Teams. So we'll have a few more joining in next week. And don't forget, if you know anybody else who might enjoy it, that it's also on Facebook and it's on Twitter and somewhere else. Can't remember. Okay, thanks very much for joining in, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm sure we will. Go and see what there is to watch on telly. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Go and see what Molly's doing now. Thanks for both of you. If the monster spider spares me. Oh, 43 this week. Right, so you won't be there next week, Gail, okay? Right, that's fine. Yeah, the monster spider, I'm sure, will spare you, Glynis. I'm sure it will.